What up, folks? I am Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Mattel Disney Pixar Lightyear Alpha Class Zurg. That's right, my zillions. Straight from the Disney store, because I've never seen this elsewhere. As a matter of fact, I don't think I've seen any of the Alpha Class figures except for that initial 2-pack, which I reviewed in store in person. Although I could be wrong, it gets a little fuzzy. There's so many Lightyear toys out there. But for sure, near me, I've only ever seen the 2-pack, and that's kind of clearance now. This box came damaged, though, from the Disney store. Bashed there. Big box, big figure, and then sliced. One piece of tape was sliced, the other was not, but I believe this was sliced in the case, because it's sliced right through the flap and right through this. So yeah, I think when they open a case to get mine out, cut right through it, because I opened it up. I opened up the rest of the tape to check if the figure is still, like, you know, properly in the plastic, and it is. So, you know, it is what it is. I really did want to get this guy, though, even though I don't have that initial Alpha Class set anymore. I do have the SHF, and I've wanted a Zurg for that. This might be a little bit big for that, but Zurg is ginormous, so I don't mind that. If this is a good figure, this guy is going to stay. And it'll probably save me a whole heap of money if SHF does a Zurg. I know Dynamic Action from Beast Kingdom is doing a Zurg. That looks a little bit too shiny for me, too metallic. So I don't know. I'm gonna skip that, but you know, we'll see if SHF does anything. But for now, we're gonna take a look at this Zurg and see if it's good enough to hang with the SH figure art. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here is Zurg all out of the package, and this thing is tremendous. I'm pretty much all the way back on my desk, and he's like right in there, and he's like right in my frame, you know, filling the whole frame right now from top to bottom. So yeah, he is giant. It is a giant figure. And that's good. There's no doubt about it. It is very good. So I'm going to get this out of the way right now. This is why I bought this figure, to go with my SH Figure Art Buzz Lightyear from the Lightyear movie. And we're going to talk spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Now, as far as the movie goes, I feel like this probably doesn't look quite right. However, when you really think about it, the way, you know, I'll keep this, you know, spoiler-free. The pilot, sort of spoiler-free. The pilot of this, it's a mech. So I guess that wasn't a spoiler, but not spoiling everything. The pilot of this mech, you know, is kind of in here. It's not really a suit of armor, per se. So, you know, when you think about it like that, yeah, this kind of works. This kind of works in those terms. Especially, it kind of works. I'll leave it at that. So for me, I really like this a lot. I really do. I think the actual Alpha figures, comparatively, while probably screen-wise is right, overall, I don't know how right it is. And just to get size comparisons completely out of the way, here's some other figures you might have in your collection. Alright, so this guy comes with one accessory, and we're gonna talk about that right off the bat, because it is the look for Zurg, in my opinion. So what you want to do is take off this arm right there, and just to look at it, it's a nice arm that you're taking off. It's very Pacific Rim. This whole thing is very Jaeger-esque. There's no doubt about it. So you want to take that off right there and replace it with this, which is his gun arm, which looks really nice. You know, there's no paint here on the gray, but the molded detail is pretty good. And you get this tubing here, and the red and the purple paint is pretty good. Again, a little bit of errant red right there, a little line But otherwise, it's a good looking Zurg gun. And same thing, you want to pop it right in there. I think it was keyed, so couldn't mess anything up. And then you have a hole in the back of his arm, and you put in the tubing. And now, you know, you got the Zurg look. So taking a look at this in full, we've seen this. The rest of the arm, you got purples, and you got, which are nice, like glossy purples. And then you got some red paint there. You know, again, you got the gray molded detail. I think the tubing looks pretty good. You know, that's for sure. So that's not bad. The other arm, just like the arm we took off, looks pretty good. I like the elbows on this. It's pretty good. Very nicely done. Pretty good fist. Again, very, very Jaeger-esque, in my opinion. So that looks very good. Then you got this whole chest piece. First, the shoulders has this red line across. You got gray and purple here, separated on the front. Some darker gray pieces there. And, you know, this lighter grayish purple here with the red around that. It looks pretty good. It goes over these little triangles a little odd, but that's fine. I don't really have a problem with it. The other side looks pretty good too. Turning them around. Again, glossy, glossy purple. It's pretty good. A lot of this is achieved. You know, this is paint, but there is some purple plastic too, I believe. But this is paint. You know, you can see where it's painted up till. So, it's pretty good. It's a good color. You got red over here as well. It could be coated a little bit better because you could kind of see through it a bit. But overall, I think the back looks pretty good. Some really nice detail on the spine and around his back part here of his waist. You do get legal ease on his butt, which is a bit unfortunate, you know. But, you know, you do get some other details as well, too. Turning him around again. Crotch section is painted purple over the gray. Again, they made it nice and glossy, which is good. I like it. All of this looks really nice. The rest of his chest looks pretty good. You get these big tubings here, which looks pretty good. And then it just kind of goes into the ether here. I don't know what that is supposed to be. If it's supposed to be nothing, you know. I think it would have been cooler if they made it darker, you know. But I don't know. It would have been. It just would have been. The legs are pretty good, though. I do like them big, you know, crazy honking mech legs. And they look very, very nice. Again, the purple works. Some red highlights. The gray plastic. You know, it's very plasticky looking. It would have been better if it was, like, more nice and gunmetal. But, I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Good molded details, at least. That's for sure. I like the red bottoms of the shoes here. They look really good. And on the bottom, there's detail there. You know? There's some detail there. I don't know what happened over here. That's weird. Look at that. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Some weird issue happened here. Don't know. Some numbers that were like painted over. Anybody that has this, you got that too? I don't know. These holes are where it's kind of tied into the packaging, you know, which is a bit unfortunate. I wish they didn't do that, but it's at the bottom of his feet. So I guess they're thinking, who's gonna really care about that? I think overall it looks pretty good. You got a couple of shades of gray, lighter gray purple, you know, the really nice glossy purple really makes it. I think that's pretty good. So overall, the body is not bad. And the head sculpt is pretty good. Well, first around the neck here, some nice details. But head sculpt I like. I do. Nice red eyes. Nice kind of like yellow gold mouth. I think that looks pretty good. Again, you get the nice glossy purple up here as well. That looks pretty good. And some red highlights there on the ears on the side of his face. That looks pretty nice. And the back of the head looks pretty good. I like the little horns up here. So yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. I definitely think they, you know, nailed the look here. You know, there's a part of this though, you know, some of that gray plastic, you know, and kind of lack of details that does feel a bit cheap. You know, the purple paint is very, very nice. I do like it. And, you know, it's got good detail, but, you know, there's something, you know, a little cheap about it. Feel-wise, it's pretty light, too. It's not like the heaviest figure, despite being so giant. I've felt worse, that's for sure. But, yeah, you know, if you felt some of the Mattel bigger figures like this, you kind of get what I'm saying, like some of their Pixar, which are, you know, more collector-friendly, and this is supposed to be that, too. You know, you kind of get where I'm coming from there, but it's there, you know, there's good look here, you know, you got paint on the back as well. I mean, you know, back of the legs, I don't know if I've talked about it, but that looks pretty good. So there's a lot to like here, that's for sure. Material is a little weird. The hands have a little bit of a more rubbery feel to it, and that's pretty good for, like, you know, holding stuff like Buzz and stuff. So I don't mind that at all. I think that's pretty neat. So I don't know. I kind of like this. I feel like there's things here that I could paint to make even better. And I might do it because, you know, the thing is, you know, there's that, like I said, that Beast Kingdom one that looks pretty good. It's very, very painted. Like, it looks very metallic. And I feel like SHF is going to come out with something else. Now, SHF, I'm sure, is going to look great. And again, Buzz is one of my favorite figures of the year, you know. He deserves his SHF Zurg. However, there's something about this guy that I really enjoy too. I really, really do. And I kind of want to make this better. I kind of do. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like there's a lot to like here, you know? And it's making me want to improve it even more. But that's neither here nor there. We still got articulation to look at on this guy. And first up, the head is on a big ball joint. Kind of like a peg there, just holding up the head. But it works. You got nice movement in the body, and then at the waist, it moves, it swivels. So that's pretty good. Can go side to side really nice. I dig it. Shoulders can only go up that much, you know, because it's hindered by that. No bicep swivel, but you do get a joint at the elbow, and, you know, on these joints, you got double joint, which is cool. The wrist just kind of swivels. You know, you can't turn that. You can't turn this arm, but you can turn this. So that's pretty decent. The legs, and this is the only point where I had a little bit of trouble with this guy, is this leg comes out perfectly, but it kind of falls a little bit. This leg seems like it's really, really tight, but it actually has one, like, ratchet joint to make him hold that pose. So at least I think it does, or it's either really tight and scary, and I'm not sure which is right here, because this doesn't even feel like there's a ratchet joint at all. It can hold it if, you know, if you want, but it starts to go down a little bit. Now, it's not, like, loose per se. I do feel like, because one has this, like, one detent here, and this one does not, it's a little more free moving, it actually kind of helps with the posing. Like, this kind of holds it in place, and this one you could kind of get, you know, all over the place a little bit more. That said, he does have this weird wide stance, like, coming outwards here, which, you know, it is a little bit odd. You do get a double-jointed knee, just to move on, which is nice. And then the foot does rock back and forth, and goes up and, oh, see, you can move it nicely. So, not bad for something that's, you know, encased in these, like, bottom mech-like legs. So, I think, you know, overall, This guy is, you know, he's pretty posable for a big dude like this. I think it's pretty well done, honestly. So you're gonna get him in a lot of pretty good poses, and that is part of why I really like this guy, and I really want to kind of do more with him, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he's worthy. And my final thoughts, you know, I've said it all right there, man. I feel like he's worthy. It's a good figure. It really is, you know? There's some, you know, I wish there was some more, like, shading in this guy. Like, some more paint, some more panel lines. Something to take away some of that gray, kind of cheap-looking plastic. Because, you know, where they did add paint, it looks really, really good. There's maybe, like, 1 or 2, like, blemishes that I've seen on it. You know, otherwise, it's done pretty good. I think Mattel did a nice job here overall. I really like the sculpt. It really works. Like, it straddles the line of, like, you know, this, you know, Pixar-ish cartoon figure with, you know, a more realistic kind of collector figure, you know? I think that works. I think they did a good job there. So, it just needs a little more detailing. You know, I do have that weird hip issue where it might not be an issue. I haven't decided yet, you know. One side has a detent and the other one doesn't, which is odd, but then again, the arm is a little weird too, where, you know, you have the gun arm that has one single joint and the other elbow has a double joint, so that's different as well. So I don't know if it's intentional with the legs. It might be, because it doesn't even feel like a broken ratchet joint. It just feels like there's no ratchet joint on one side, you know, and on the legs and on the hip. And one side has that one detent. It's very strange, but again, I don't know if that was done on purpose to kind of help this big guy pose. It is a big guy. So, I'm not sure. But you know what? It's not bothering me. It's just something definitely to point out. And there you go. That's it. That's my review. I like this guy. I feel like I'm going to be doing some work on him to make him even cooler, because I feel like, again, he feels really good for me with my Buzz, and that is very important because that Buzz is amazing, and I want an amazing figure with him. And if I don't have to break the bank for anything else, because I know, you know, an SHF is going to run quite a bit, you know, I think this is good. I think this works, guys. Again, I got mine at the Disney store online, and that's the only place I've seen it in stock. So, you know, good luck if you want to get it. It cost me $40 plus no, shipping was free, so $45, I guess, with tax. And there you go. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.